Bafana Bafana and Hugo Broos make history. For the first time ever, South Africa to the knockouts of the FIFA World Cup. Rele shines, best player of the match. The play Maseko with a decisive moment again. Hugo Broos silences all the. They're saying black label over soju, bro. They're saying Boris over sushi. Talk to me. Tell me your overall feelings of the game, what you thought of the game overall.
Man, I have to speak about Maseko before anything. You know, it's cold. I'm in Cape Town. As you can see, I got the gloves on. But Maseko is cold. That's Apelo Maseko. Hey, man. You know, they dubbed him the forgotten winger at Sundowns. Sent him out to Cyprus. He was in Monterrey over the weekend. On Thursday, was it? Now his name will never be forgotten, bro. Nah, man. You know, we all woke up for the game. Everybody was up. 3 a.m. Didn't know what you were gonna get. Might have been the last game, you know, for Bafana Bafana. And hey, man, I was ecstatic. I went to work, you know, celebrating. Everyone was going crazy. What a time to be alive. What a time to be a South African fan. It's the first time ever. Crazy.
Yeah, man, first time ever. And I also woke up at 3 to watch that game, bro. I won't lie, I was contemplating, should I wake up? Should I just watch the highlights? But I'm so glad I woke up. And the next day, you could just see everyone was happy. Even when I went to work, everyone was wearing the Bafana shirts. It's a great time to be a Bafana fan. And I saw someone made a joke. They said Bafana performed when everyone is sleeping. When everyone's watching on open, then they don't perform. But I think apart from Echo, we have to give flowers to Coach Hugo Broos. Coach Hugo Broos he's completely changed his Bafana team around. He's given us so many successes since he's been at the helm. And then we have a slip against Mexico and everyone turns their back against him. But then he comes back and he shows us why he's brought us so much success, why the players love him so much. So we have to give flowers to Coach Hugo Broos. He's the first ever South African Bafana Bafana head coach to take us to the knockout. So Madala, we give you your flowers. We love you, man. There was a beautiful moment where at the full whistle, he fell to the floor. He was punching the ground, and I was like, man, you did this for us. So thank you, Coach Hugo Broos. Anything you want to say about Coach?
Yeah, man. Last episode or the first episode, you know, after the Mexico game, we said he has blood on his hands. Then we said he washed it off, you know. He took a shower, he's clean. And man, now, you know, he's rewriting history with that blood. Uh yeah, first ever coach to take Bafana Bafana through to the knockout stages. You know, we doubted him in the first match. You know, he knows the group much better than anybody. And went back to the basics, went back to the four at the back, you know, and he also changed the way that he was playing. You know, not playing out from the back as much as they did in the first match, you know, with taking the risks with Ronwen. They just decided to play the long balls and put Mahopa in. You know, it's a third striker that he's played in the tournament. You know, he started off with Foster. He went Reiners. He said, "Okay, yeah, let me try Mahopa for the high balls." It worked perfectly, and you know, we're superior in the air against a team that people were saying these guys are tall. You know, won't be able to play against them. But short boys. And you could see the team played so much better. You know, beautiful attacking football, classy football. You know that we love. So yeah, man, I think he deserves his flowers. I saw somebody saying that he should get a statue. You know, I think he should be celebrated as much as you know they celebrate the rugby coaches, Hansi Erasmus. When you do something like this, something this monumental, for sure.
Yeah, this is a big achievement. Not only did we as fans, South Africa, right, this coach of the whole world did. The whole world wrote us off. Social media the memes are going crazy. Troy Deeney's there saying that we look like amateurs and that he can get a bunch of friends to beat us. The whole world was writing us off, and the boys, they stuck together with the coach. Even in the lead up to the game, when they were showing South Korea warming up, they're warming up for war. And then they show our boys, they're chilling on the beach. And everyone was coming at us from all directions, but we shut them up. We shut everybody up. Great performance. Great performance. And talking about haters, talking about that, who needs Yaya Tore when you have Yaya Sithole? Tell me about it.
You've been saying this the whole week. You think that's such a banger, man? No, man. Shout out to first again Hugo Broos for believing in him and saying it. Bad first match, giving away the goal, getting a red card, and he still picks him for such a decider. That just speaks so much to the coach and how much confidence he has in the player. He's down and out. He could have easily picked Adams maybe to start that match. He says, no, Sithole, I want you to redeem yourself. I want you to show yourself to the world. And, once again, he proved the haters wrong. And I've also seen the memes, people are now saying, when I want to show my child Prime Sithole, the redemption arc, and they show the first match and they show the second match performance, you know. And yeah, man, he helped us so much with his height as well at set pieces. He was taking a lot of hitters, calm, composed. What a player, man. The memes, the Sithole memes now, they finished. They finished. And I hope he puts him in again for the match against Canada. I saw in our predicted lineup you were saying, you prefer Mbata. I think Mbata's been having a good few matches. I think Sithole fits in perfectly with the team. And please let us know down in the comments who you think should start against Canada. Has Sithole redeemed himself enough to get that start again? Would you bring him in maybe second half? Quenna's back. So yeah, I mean, I was so happy about that.
No, we're definitely we're gonna get to our predicted lineups towards the end of this video, but let's talk tactics now. Let's talk about the game. The first half, how you think we played, how Korea played, how everything unfolded. Just talk to me about the game and what you noticed and what was your key takeaways from the game.
Yeah, first of all, I was very happy that we didn't concede, early on because the first two matches, first one against Mexico, I think we conceded in the 6th minute. Second one against Czech, we conceded in the 9th minute. All defense laps. This time we were airtight and the press was super good. I remember you said you like Mahopa because he helps in the press. Foster and Reiners struggle a bit, with the speed and keeping up with the fitness. And Mahopa was helping with the press. That's what the press was shifting sometimes from him alone up front with the three at the back, or sometimes it was four. That setup that Pep Guardiola was using at the end of last season. And with that press, South Korea was struggling to get out. A lot of people were doubting us and our qualities in this match. And as soon as the match started and we were getting the ball back so fast, the line speed was fast, the press was so fast. They were struggling up in the middle of the pitch. People heard the commentators were just, they're saying we expect more from South Korea. And I think we shocked them as well with our tactics. And then the defense, rock solid, man. That back four, Bukazi, Ocon, Modiba, Mudau, Sailor. I think, Sailor even up there as man of the match. And yeah, man, I was super impressed with the performance. And then obviously in the attack, the star boy is Rele. He had to start and he provided us with the creativity. There was a few passes that he gave to Maseko where he could have, scored maybe 4 or 5 goals early on. But he kept trying. Finally, he scored the one that mattered the most.
Yeah, man. I remember in our previous, we were speaking about how we keep conceding early on. And then I said one of the reasons I think one of the causes to why we start so nervy and so shaky is perhaps because, it's our first World Cup because there's so much pressure on the team. Performance, I think it lifted some of the pressure that was on the team because the team that I saw come out against South Korea was one that was confident. We came out confident, and from the very first minute, I was impressed with how we played. We attacked individually. Everyone was showing for the ball. No one was scared. We were aggressive in defense. We were taking on shots. Maseko was making beautiful runs down the wing. So I think that Czech performance gave them a bit of belief and also took away some of that pressure and that nervousness. And we saw that in this game where much better start, much faster start. I remember when I was watching the games, I thought this was going to be a high scoring game because both teams are going end to end. But you touched on our star boy Rele. What a perform! Wow. If he doesn't, I know it's sad to say, but if he doesn't end up at a team outside of South Africa by the end of this World Cup, I'll be shocked. A young kid like that, performance he put in. Wow. Talk to me about Rele.
Yeah, 100%, man. The Pirates team are very difficult when it comes to letting go of their star players. Hugo Broos, he didn't start him the first match. I guess he has his reasons. I would disagree and say he should have started him in that match. But man, what a player. Passes, the composure, you know, you never know what he's gonna do. Is he gonna just pass the ball? Is he gonna, shoot? Or is he gonna dribble past a few players? He didn't have a lot of chances himself, but he was setting up everybody else so well. Beginning of the match, he gives that pass to Maseko. He's through on goal. Obviously missed the one-on-one. And you find him anywhere on the pitch. He's only 20 years old. He has the whole world at his feet, and for sure somebody has to sign him, whether it's Europe. We saw Mbokazi go to MLS. That's also a possibility now. Playing with Messi. But yeah, man, I think there's so much room for growth as well. He has talent, pure talent. If you could also just shape that into a perfect professional game, maybe in Europe or those sides of the world. Hey, the president, I'm a 2K. Hey, man, come on.
Yeah, man, I was so impressed. And what's crazy is that he played quite a different game to what we used to because, like you said, him himself he didn't have many chances, but he was dropping deep. He was feeding our forward players. Like he was really helping us in the build-up. We saw our build-up was much better this game. He was dropping deep, collecting the ball, and then immediately 1-2 touches, and then he plays Maseko through 1-2 touches. He plays it up to Mahopa. He was playing so like he's been playing for the team forever. Everything was going through. Everything, all our attacking play was going through him, and even in the press, like he was pressing as well. How much? I don't want to see. I want to see how much like distance he covered in the game, but he was pressing at
Kilometers.
really impressed. Starboy didn't went on his first start, and he has to start the next game. He has to start the next game. His first name on the team sheet. But I wonder, since we're talking about Rele right now, there's a bit of debate. I'm not sure if you know about, but there's a bit of debate on social media. Some people are saying like it's good that he needs to leave. He needs to go to a European team. While others are saying, what's wrong with PSL? Why can't he in PSL when he grow in PSL? I saw the legend Quentin Fortune came out and he said he needs to leave. He said that by the end of this tournament, he hopes that really gets a move to Europe. And then I saw some of the comments, some people were disagreeing, saying, why must he leave? Our league is great. He can develop at Pirates. What do you think? Do you think it's best for Bafana players to get that experience overseas, or do you think there's nothing wrong with staying in PSL? I mean, we saw what Lyle went overseas, and you know how controversial Lyle is in our team right now. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I mean, that's a good debate. But I think he first has to win everything with Pirates. They obviously took the league last season, and they haven't really been challenging at the top level in terms of CAF. I think they have to take it to that level first. That's probably the best competition that he can get within Africa, playing against the likes of Al Ahly, uh, the team that was in the final against Sundowns as well. The level of competition in the PSL isn't as obviously nowhere near where they're playing right now in terms of the European teams. But he's still showing his quality there. I think he just needs to shape his talent because he has pure talent. Kasi talent. But at a professional level, uh, there's certain things that you need when you're playing, let's say in Europe, for example. We've seen a lot of players go there and struggle. Lau Foster being a big example of that. He's struggling at his club, to even start. And then obviously then that also portrays onto what happens with Bafana where he's also struggling as well. I think let him win everything first with Orlando Pirates, and then after that, obviously, you'll have no reason to be at the club anymore. You must look for that big signing, whether it's MLS or it's in Europe, maybe France, Belgium, start off there, and then would love to see him in the Premier League. And then also, did you see the nice moment between Kune and Williams at the end there, the two goalkeepers?
Yeah, beautiful moment, man. Tears in my eyes, yo. Tears in my eyes.
Just
I this week, I sent you a video this week about Ronwen Williams on social media about his story and everything and how he came up. And yeah, I think a lot of players in this team, we don't realize that they South Africans like us. They've been through things. They maybe came up in hardships. We always talk about the Springboks and draw inspiration from the Springboks, but and then Bafana is almost like the forgotten child, you know. But these guys have also been through a lot, and they're making us proud right now. So I think as a country, we really need to support, give them their flowers, and appreciate what they're doing right now. I saw so many smiles every time we mentioned Bafana today. Everyone was happy, you know. Oh, the boys did it. So I think we need to give all these players flowers. And yeah, like you said, Ronwen Williams, he's at the top of that list. Um, I want to talk about, our goal scorer. In the first match, he won us a penalty, decisive moment. This time, not the first match, sorry, the Czech match, he got us the penalty. And now he steps up to grab the winning goal after missing a lot of chances. You know, during the game, some people, I won't mention names, but he's wearing black gloves, right? Was saying some things when he was missing his chances, but eventually he got. Let's talk about Maseko, man. He's been for prize of the.
I think for you, you said he surprised you. For me, I think as long as you play anywhere outside of the PSL or SA, I always think that you're a good player. And the defense that you face in that league, Chapelo Maseko, man. How can you now forget that name? How can anybody in the world forget that name? Um, and yeah, he won us the penalty against Czech. A lot of people were saying he wasn't playing well. A lot of people saying drop him for maybe Moremi. The match against South Korea, he comes in playing the exact same way, just driving forward, uh, um, being an absolute nuisance to the defense. And then, obviously gets his goal after a few chances. And yeah, man, how do you even drop him? As Hugo Broos, how do you not play him? I don't care how soon the match is. I don't care if he's tired. You can't drop the man right now, bro. Yeah, and I was saying a few funny nicknames during the match. I sent you when we were up early morning 3 a.m. But
Say
man,
those.
yeah, I take everything.
Tell the
Eh?
people. Tell people what you said. Say it.
I can't, but it starts with the M as well. I can't. But yeah, man. Yeah, he's at the top of his game now. As soon as you can get the finishing on, it's built so much confidence. Yeah, I think he'll be so important for us when it comes to the Canada match. If if we can make it past the round of 32, but Canada, they beatable. I think we can beat them.
Who cares about Canada? They must give us Zimbabwe. We're ready. Or give us Argentina.
Uh,
Give us. We ready. But look, on a serious note, Maseko, brilliant. I think people will say he's missing. Like he had so many chances. Yes, he did have chances. Scored some of, or converted some of those chances. But like what people are forgetting is he's in that position. He was the threatening. He was our outlet in the first half. He was making amazing runs. Yes, finishing it off, but we weren't getting that from Apollos' side, unfortunately. So yes, he's missing the chances, but you have to realize he had to get there and be in that position to get the chance first. So I think, like, I agree with you. He has to start the next game. He's looking like one of our most threatening players. We're talking a lot about the next game. We're talking about Canada. I put up my preferred 11. You put up your preferred 11. I want you to quickly take me through your preferred 11, why you went with certain names, and yeah, just take me through your thinking.
yeah, I'll take you through mine. please, it's not that controversial. You know, you guys, what do you guys think as well? Hugo Broos side will line up. Put it in the comments. You know, we want to know what you guys think you should line up as. You know, who are the players you're looking forward to see. On my side, you know, I've went back from my Chang shouts. I'll play Williams, it's fine. I'll play Williams, you know. At the left,
That was a crazy take, bro. That was a
hey
crazy
man,
take.
hey, you need to challenge the pros, bro. You can't if you look, even if you look at the rugby team, every position is challenged. No position is set. You can't say I'm the player in the position at a national level.
Yeah, but
So yeah,
but take us through your lineup.
yeah. On the left back, I haven't really been, too happy about Modiba's performances. You know, his output. Yeah, it just looks like a player who's a bit tired, a bit lethargic. So I've decided that I want to see Bradley Cross in that position. Give somebody else a chance. Chiefs play. He's had a brilliant season with Chiefs. You know, he's at the World Cup. He got selected to be part of the squad. I believe he should get a try in that position. I know he hasn't played yet, and it's a knockout game. But our defense is quite airtight. Mbokazi and Ocon have been holding it down. So I believe it's probably the only position where they can experiment in. So I'll go in Bradley Cross. Centre back pairing, I'll keep it the same. So TLB and Ocon. Sailor definitely has to play after that performance last match. And then in the middle, you know, Mr. Redemption, the man is back now. Sithole and Murembula's back, the pairing from the first match. So Sithole and Mokoena. And then up front, I'll leave it the same as previous match. So Apollos, Mofokeng, Maseko and Mahopa again. I think they're just building confidence. They're building the combos. And Apollos as well hasn't had much to show in the first match. And when the first match he came in and it was a spark, but the second match, the match against Czech, he didn't have much effectiveness. But that's the first name on the team sheet when Hugo Broos is picking. So I'll keep him there. And then if he's struggling second half, Moremi comes in.
Okay. I agree mostly with your lineup. My differences would be at the back, so I would keep the same back four. I got Aubrey at left back, TLB, Ukon, and then Sailor, Ronwen Williams. I think I wouldn't change the back four because if we exclude the Mexico game, which is an anomaly because of the setup and the way we played, our back four has been extremely solid. So I wouldn't want to disrupt that. So I'd want to keep it going. Yes, Iba's output in front has not been that great, but I think defense is one of our strengths right now. So I wouldn't want to disrupt that back four. I'd keep it the same. In the midfield, I'm going different to you. I'm going Impata instead of Sithole. Yes, Sithole had a great game, but I'm basing it off of the Czech game. So when we had Impata and Mokoena in there, they had a good partnership. I think they actually played well together. So I would go back to those two together. Sithole, when he played with Mokoena in the first game, it was a bit shaky. So I would go Impata and Mokoena. And I think Impata deserves it based on the way he's performed since he's came in the team. And
Yeah,
then obviously, we're in the 10, Maseko on the right wing, Mahopa up top, and his hold up play. I love his hold up play. Then on the left, I'm taking out Apollos for Moremi. I think in every game we've switched up the attack, and it gives us a bit of unpredictability as well. And I think Moremi did well when Apollos hasn't been as effective, so maybe him coming on in the second half would be better than him starting. Maybe when the game is a bit looser and opens up a bit more. So I would give Moremi a chance. And yeah, that would be my um, Canada is, yes, they'll be tough, they'll be difficult, but we can definitely beat them. 100% we can beat them. If we play the way we played against South Korea, with number 10 in the star boy, dictating, controlling, we can definitely beat them. I think from a Canada perspective, we might have to watch out for Jonathan David. So
David. Yeah.
he's actually the all-time top scorer, and he's quite young. He's quite young. He's already
Mm,
the all scorer. He's been a consistent goal scorer in Europe for a long time in the French league, and now as the striker for Juventus. So we'd have to watch out for him. But we can do it, man. We've got confidence. We're playing our football. We're playing our way. I trust the coach. I trust the players. We can do it, man. What's your prediction for the next game?
No, 100%. Wait, before the predictions, which Bafana shirt you wanna ch-
Don't worry about my Bafana shirt, bro. Don't
Nah,
worry.
let's see. Let's
For us that couldn't get the green one, you know.
how the hell is Gaten supposed to pay for the flight tickets for the bros? You're busy rocking old Bafana shirt. 2026 one is out.
I see you've got jokes. You've got jokes. Is that why you put cross? You put cross in there because you think that you can cross better. Relax,
Now, you see now,
relax.
you see, you see now the Kaiser Chiefs fans are gonna come for you.
Bro, they can come. It's fine. I like cross. I like.
Yeah, yeah, man. I think we can definitely take it. We have no reason not to. The type of football that we're playing now, back to basics, back to our best. We basically dominated South Korea. I know they didn't play Son first half, but still, it was quite a good team. And yeah, like you said, David's definitely someone to watch out for. I think he has 3, if not 2 goals this World Cup now. So, he's quite quality. And they love a 4-4-2, So, I think it'll be perfect for us to have a double pivot. Either Mbata or Sithole, with obviously Mokoena, also someone who's the first name on the sheet. And hey man, if we make it to the round of 16, Dean, I might have to fly down to Joburg so we can watch that once again.
Leave Joburg, bro. We're gonna hit a flight to Mexico. We're gonna watch it live. Like, don't worry about that. I'm gonna call coach. Coach, get us on a plane there. But I agree with you. Jonathan, one to watch out for, but TLB and Ukon, God, I'm gonna put him in the back pocket. We're not scared of him. I think we can take it
Yeah,
at it. Maybe by one goal, but we can take it, man. We're going to the next round. Mbappe, we're ready, bro. We're ready. I hope you LB. That's all I'm gonna say. But yeah, looking forward to the next game. For the next game, we're gonna do a live watch, so we're gonna actually record as we're watching the game. Talk. We're gonna do a little build up before the game. Talk at halftime. Talk at full time again. Hey, hopefully you guys don't see tears on camera, because if we lose, you might actually hear from us. But we're gonna do a live recording. Tune in. Episodes drop on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and we want to hear from you guys. Tell us what you think about the game, what you think about our opinions. You know, we love to hear your opinion. So comment down below if you agree, if you disagree with anything we said. We'd love to hear from you guys. But yeah, bro, I think till next time. We said this will be a short one. Till next time, I'll see you on Sunday, sharp 9 p.m.
were you watching the game?
Ish. I might watch it outside, eh? I wanna celebrate. I wanna be there in the streets when we win, celebrating with my fellow South Africans. And
No, no, perfect.
we know there won't be imposters because June 30 is coming.
The June 30th, if we win the match, we better win that match. I feel like people are distracted right now. If we don't, no comment, no comment.
Yeah, man. Where are you watching the game?
I'll probably also go out. I'll see, maybe catch a bar or something. I'll take the pools, see what they're up to. But I have to be outside though.